Don't miss the tea. Subscribe now.
Okay, you need to sit down. No, literally, grab a drink, get comfortable, because I am about to spill everything and I am spiraling. I am fully 100% spiraling and I don't know what to do. It's about him. Yeah, of course it's about him. So, we just had our 1-year anniversary coming up, right? A whole year. I can't even believe it. It feels like 5 years and also 5 minutes all at once. And for most of that year, I was so disgustingly in love. You remember how I was. I mean, you were there for the whole beginning. How I was with that other guy, the online one, and then I met my boyfriend. My actual, physical, in the same room boyfriend. And it was like my entire world shifted on its axis. I felt so guilty, but I couldn't help it. I fell for him, hard and fast. I did the right thing. I ended it with the other guy before anything even happened because I just knew. I knew this was different. And it was. For months it was perfect. Or my version of perfect. We were inseparable. If we spent even like 1 day apart, I would physically ache. I'd be staring at my phone, waiting for his name to pop up, rereading our old texts like some kind of sad teenager. I was that girl. I was obsessed and I loved it. I felt so safe, so seen. He was my first real relationship, the first person I could actually touch and hold and not just see through a screen. It was everything. But then, the holidays happened. And this is where it all just goes completely off the rails. So I went home to my family for about 10 days. You know what it's like. It's chaos. My mom's running around, my cousins are over, there's cooking and wrapping and just constant noise and people. I was completely submerged in family stuff, and I honestly didn't have a spare second to be on my phone. So we barely talked. A few texts here and there, a quick Merry Christmas call, but that was it. I was giving my family my full attention, and it felt good, normal. And then, one night, I was lying in my childhood bed, staring at the glow-in-the-dark stars that are still on my ceiling from when I was 10, and it hit me, like a ton of bricks. It was this cold, weird feeling that washed over me. I didn't miss him. At all. Not even a little bit. There was no ache, no longing, no checking my phone. My brain was just quiet, and at first I was like, okay, this is fine. You're just busy, you're distracted. It's normal to not be thinking about him 24/7. But the 10 days passed and the feeling didn't change. The silence in my head where he used to be was just empty. Then came New Year's. The plan was for him to come see me, and we were going to a cabin for a few days. The old me would have been bouncing off the walls with excitement. I would have had my outfit planned for a week. But this me, I was filled with this horrible, creeping dread. It was like I was preparing for a job interview I was totally unqualified for. I was anxious and stressed out, and the thought of seeing him, of having to perform being the happy, in-love girlfriend, it made me want to throw up. The night before he was supposed to arrive was an absolute nightmare. I couldn't sleep. I just laid in bed, my heart pounding, my mind racing. So I got up and I just started writing. I filled pages in my journal, just this stream of consciousness dump of everything I was feeling. A lot of it was about sex. About how I never feel comfortable, how I can't say no. About my vaginismus, how much it hurts. And with him, I just couldn't bring myself to stop things, ever. I wrote until the sun came up, my hand aching, and then I heard a car pull into the driveway. It was him. He's all smiles, so happy to see me, pulling me into this big hug. And I'm just standing there, feeling like a block of ice, trying to smile back. And what's the first thing we do? We get in the shower. And he looks at me with that look and he asks, "Do you want to?" And what do I say? The word yes just falls out of my mouth. It's like a reflex I can't control. My brain is screaming, "No, no, this is the exact thing you wrote about all night." But my mouth says yes. So we had sex. And I wasn't there. I was completely checked out. Later, when we got to the cabin, I knew I had to do something. I couldn't keep going like this. My hands were shaking, but I took out my journal. I literally made him sit down on the couch, and I showed him what I'd written. I explained everything. About the vaginismus, about how much it hurts sometimes even when he's being so careful. But the biggest thing I told him was about my problem with saying no. I told him, even if you ask me 3 times if I'm sure, my automatic answer will always be yes. I don't know why. It's like I'm broken. I told him that because of my trauma, because I'm hypersexual, my body can be totally on board even when my mind and my heart are a million miles away. So I looked him in the eyes and said, I don't want to have sex anymore. For a while, I need a break. And you know what? He was amazing about it. He didn't argue, he didn't push back. He just nodded and said, okay, I respect that, whatever you need. And I felt this huge wave of relief. I thought, okay, he gets it. We can fix this. He heard me. That feeling lasted for about 2 hours. 2 hours. We're sitting on the couch watching a movie and he starts touching me, kissing my neck. And it leads to more. And my stupid body responds and he wants it and I want to make him happy and suddenly we're having sex again. And again, I couldn't find the words. The no got stuck in my throat and choked me. It hurt. It really, really hurt this time. I was just lying there, trying not to cry, just praying for him to finish soon. After he could tell something was wrong, he saw I was in pain and he just collapsed. Oh my God, I'm so sorry I hurt you, I feel like shit. And what does my broken, people-pleasing ass do? I comfort him. I'm the one who's physically sore, emotionally a wreck, and I'm there rubbing his back, saying, it's okay, it's not your fault, I'm fine, I always do this. I told him I literally don't know how to tell him to stop when I'm in pain. It's like my wires are all crossed. So I had to have the conversation all over again. I had to spell it out like I was talking to a child. When I say I don't want to have sex, that means all kinds of sex. It means we can't even start down that road because I don't trust myself to hit the brakes. I need you to be the brakes. I need to not even be put in that situation. It was exhausting. But for the next 2 days at the cabin, something weird happened. I got super clingy. All I wanted was to hug him and kiss him and hold his hand. I just wanted to be close to him, physically, but in a non-sexual way. I was trying to find that connection again, you know? And honestly, it never feels like he's as into that stuff as I am. It feels like he sees cuddling and kissing as just the overture, and the main show is always sex. So if we're not having sex, he's not as interested in the rest of it. But for those 2 days, I pushed for it, and I felt a little something. A flicker. I thought, maybe I'm falling back in love. Maybe this was all just a weird phase. And then we left the cabin. He went to his house, I went to mine. And it was gone, just poof, vanished. The flicker went out and it was just cold ash. Since then, it's been nothing. I feel absolutely nothing for him. He texts me every day, good morning, beautiful. I love you so much, and every notification makes my stomach turn. I feel so irritated. Replying feels like a chore. I say I love you back and the words taste like lies in my mouth. It feels like I'm reading a script. I don't know if it's because his words and actions just don't feel like love to me anymore, or if the love is just gone from my side. I still worry about him, I guess. I don't want him to be sad, but talking to him makes my skin crawl. And our anniversary date is in a few days. 1 year. We're supposed to go out and celebrate, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. How can I sit across a table from him and toast to a year when I feel like our relationship died a month ago? He's so insecure. His ex cheated on him, and he's always saying things like, "You're the light of my life. I don't know what I'd do without you." The thought of telling him that I don't feel anything anymore, it feels like I'd be taking a sledgehammer to a glass sculpture. I'm terrified he'll just completely break down. And yes, I know I'm not responsible for his emotions, but I still care about him as a person. I don't want to destroy him. But if I stay, I can feel myself getting meaner, more resentful. The irritation is growing every day, and soon it's going to start leaking out. I'm going to become a bitch, and that's going to hurt him way more in the long run. Of course, I'm scared of being alone, but I'd survive. I don't think he would, not for a while. So what do I do? Is this just a rut? Is it possible to rekindle love when you feel this, empty? Should I talk to him about it, tell him I feel nothing and risk ending it all? Or do I just keep this to myself and try to fake it, hoping the feelings magically come back? What am I supposed to do? I feel like I'm drowning.